So I took a bunch of videos at Tip Up Racing Festival, the event up in Quincy, Michigan this past weekend. I didn't get everybody's runs. I took my buddy Kyle. It was his first race. I think he's addicted to saw racing now. Quick little run over what I did. The Milwaukee saw ran in 3 cube. Needs a bit more in it. The 262 did pretty well. I'm really happy with it. I've already started working more on it. I ran the 372 clone that has shown up a lot in my videos. I think it had a lot more potential to go faster if I didn't screw up the run. But the biggest surprise for me personally was my 390, my XP. I ran it in 6 cube just because it's sort of what I had that fit the bill, and I wasn't going to go build a whole another saw when I was already not getting there with some saws for that race. So ran it in 6 cube. I did do a test over on the test log there at the event. Decided, well, I was running a 16-inch bar, so 60 drive link 3/850, and I had a handful of new C83 loops. I was like, I'm not going to waste a run on the square chain. I'll just stick loop C83 on it, be good to go. And went over, made a couple test hits on it when I had time. I was like, oh, we'll put an 8-pin on it. We'll just see what it does. Somehow, I managed to come in second in that class. It was I won't say it was very close, that we weren't down to hundredths or anything, but I was within half a second, 4/10, I think, of Ethan Trainer, who was absolutely blitzing in that class. I mean, great chain, great saw, good operator. That's what happens when you've got all three going together. You win classes. He won the whole event. Him and Jeff Stiegel were real close together. Jeff won the 4 cube with a 262 that I thought mine was good and dialed, and it's a good running saw. However, his was faster, and more than just operator and chain faster. Like, the saw was faster. So I want to keep working mine till it's there. So they both did really good. I managed to get fourth just by sheer luck and virtue of a tiebreaker. So anyway, here's all the videos that I took, names, I think, and who they are. I hope all the stuff that I got is right. And I'm going to put times in it too. So you at least know how quick the run was and watch some saws go by. So there you go. So here, actually, Kyle's first run in the 3 cube didn't go great because the chain wasn't on the rim, but they let us get him set him back up, and then we realized that in my rush to get ready for the race, I may have sandbagged him by putting a dull chain on that bar, or with that saw set up. But this was his very first event, and I think he did pretty good, so maybe it helped. He ran a 24.1. Kyle built this saw out of parts that I gave him. Did a lot better. He ran a 10.8 here. I was really happy for him, running stock C83 chain. This was the saw I was really excited about. It ran a 9.13, which wasn't super competitive in that class, especially against a bunch of 346s, but I've got room to grow with it, so I'm happy. This is my 4 cube 262 that I built that I'm kind of, I think, calling Stardust in my head. It ran a 747, which wasn't enough to place, but it was a second and a quarter off Jeff Stiegel's 262 at 6.25. And again, I'm happy with it, but I've already gone back into it, so we're going to go faster. It's running an Ethan Trainer square chain. I had higher hopes for this saw in this class. It's running stock C83, but I butchered the run on my upcut and still pulled out 11.99, but I feel like it could have been more competitive if I hadn't butchered it. I let Kyle run my personal 7900 here. He pulled a 1309. I should have told him multiple times, again, I guess, to lean on those big saws a bit harder. Ethan won this class with an impressive 5.4 on that 660 that he's got built there. You see on this one that even though Garrett has a very fast saw and probably would have beat me in this class, he had a cutout. I don't know if he had a knot, but it's frustrating when you do that. He still pulled out a 7.87. Dino Joe classy as ever with that 2100 running a 6.25. Baki's 2095 for 6 cube. Ran really great. Ethan Trainer ported that saw. He pulled out a 7-second even. This is the one I'm most proud of. Came in second in this class with a 390, running a 5.59, which was 1900ths off of Ethan's 5.4. Stock C83 chain, 8-pin, one-piece head saw. Here Kyle runs a clone 395, going 1077. Should have leaned on a little bit harder there, buddy. This thing was awesome. I don't have to say anything else. I decided to bring the 390 back out for the 5 cube modified, which it really doesn't fit in that class. But I butchered the run. This was on Ethan Trainer square chain. It was a 5.59. I feel like I could have had a better shot if I hadn't butchered the run. It's fast because it has a short bar and it's a big saw. 3.32 seconds. Watch closely here how far the chain lifts off the bar. That's how much power those make. This is my recent acquisition of a really mint 300th anniversary 268. It's all original. It's in amazing shape. I have the original bar. I left it home for this event. It ran a 702 here on stock C83. My bone stock Pulling Pro 475 ran at 833. Another one he could have leaned on a little bit harder, but we were cold and tired at this point.